Huh? Oh, hey, Rodney. Rodney, what's wrong now? You got thrown out of Red Lobster. Let me guess. Did you go in there and order yourself a $3 side salad, then proceed to eat 15 Cheddar Bay biscuits? That's what I thought. Rodney, you got to cut that out. They ain't putting up with that. But I tell you what, I've got a Cheddar Bay Copycat recipe. You want me to try them? All right, we'll do it. Y'all stick around. I'll show you how. Before we go any further, I'd like to remind you guys, please don't forget to mash that subscribe button, give me a big old thumbs up, maybe even leave me a comment or two. I sure would appreciate it. What you're going to need for this here recipe is some butter, ghee, or butter substitute, some shredded cheddar cheese, some baking powder, some eggs, some almond flour, some tapioca flour, granulated garlic, and about 1/4 cup of almond milk with a dash of apple cider vinegar in it. Hey y'all, for today's recipe, we're going to make a copycat version of Red Lobster's Cheddar Bay biscuits. But the problem with those things is they're bad for somebody with
diabetes.
Like I have. So Mrs. Eatin Good in the Woods found a copycat recipe that doesn't contain all the stuff that affects a diabetic's blood sugar, and it's actually really good for you. And I know you want to eat them by the buckets, so let's get after it. Hey, listen. Just because you're camping doesn't mean you got to eat like a hobo. Let's get after it. We'll start with a mixing bowl and add 2 cups of almond flour. And to that, 1 cup of tapioca flour and 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, along with 1 tablespoon of granulated garlic powder. I'm going to give that a good whisk, making sure all those ingredients get stirred in well. Now, you're going to add 5 tablespoons of butter, ghee, or some kind of butter substitute. And we'll get us a couple forks here and mash that in real good. The consistency we're looking for is beach sand. And what goes well with beach sand? Salt. Almost forgot it. You need a teaspoon of salt. Make sure it's mixed in well. Next, we'll mix in 1/4 cup of almond milk with 1/4 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. This to simulate buttermilk. And 3 eggs. Make sure you incorporate those really well. Now, the consistency we're looking for is slightly thicker than like a muffin batter. If it's not thick enough, add a little more almond flour. I added about an extra 1/4 cup. Then I'm going to add 1 cup of shredded cheddar, and I'm using plant-based. You use whatever you want. Get our cookie sheet and put down some parchment paper. And this recipe should make 8, but 6 is all that'll fit on this pan. Now we'll put them in the oven 400 degrees for 17 to 20 minutes. Say, that reminds me, if y'all are looking for a way to support this channel, keep this here train rolling full of farm fresh content twice a week, why don't you slide over to my Teespring shop, get yourself a coffee mug or maybe even a t-shirt. But if you don't want to do that, how about you go to buymeacoffee.com, and for the price of a cup of coffee, you help keep this train rolling. You can also visit boondockerswelcome.com. All of the links are in the description. Thanks a bunch. After 17 to 20 minutes, the tops should be nice and brown. Let's take a look at them. Those are a thing of beauty. Look at them. Let's get a closer look. What do you say? Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Whoo, now I want you to look. They are done. D-U-N, done. I want you to look. They're nice and crispy on top, and they're going to be nice and fluffy on the inside. And I tell you, you can saw it in half and make a nice sandwich because they hold together really well. Here it is all broke open. Look at that. I guess all we got left to do is taste it. And here it goes. No butter or nothing, just the biscuit. Y'all prop me up beside the jukebox if I died. Them there is delicious. Absolutely fantastic. Everything you want in a nice biscuit. Crunchy on the top, soft in the middle. Hardly fit to eat, but we'll keep going until we find a good spot, won't we? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be about it for this episode of Eatin Good in the Woods. I hope y'all try this and take it on your next camping trip. In the meantime, y'all going out there, be nice to one another. I sure love y'all. God bless. Bye-bye.